Hello guys, and welcome back to another Satisfactory video, and once again we find ourselves breaking down another teaser trailer filled with some little goodies. Now, did you catch them all? Well, I'm pretty sure that I didn't. So, let's jump into it and slow it down. So, first off, we have the jump pad shown off here, which has been given a new model, and rather interestingly, it's got two new features. The first, a hologram that gives us an indication of where we will land, and with it a customizable angle of launch, and the second one being a delay before launching you, which we will talk about a little bit more in detail later. Also, either the footprint is smaller, or we can now place poles much closer to the jump pads. As you can see, I can't place a pole on the same setup that I've done here. But let's rewind a couple of seconds to point out another teaser. Here we have the ceiling power joints. Now, I've actually talked about this a few times, as the wall mounts say they must snap to a foundation or similar. So it's great that we're finally getting them in game, and this also suggests that we will see the Mark II and Mark III power joint mantables in a similar fashion. And whilst we're back here, there's a major change here which you may have missed the first 2 or so times of watching this. I know I did. So if we slow it down, you can actually see the ceiling joint is already connected to the wire. Now that, in my opinion, is a quality of life feature, and I'm also very happy to say that you can catch them doing it with the wall joint as well, which actually led me to look over this section again. And if you look at the video frame by frame, you can see that these aren't two separate types of joint, but one type to rule them all. Yes, the wall joint and the ceiling joint are all one joint. Moving on, we have our next teaser, the Seated Pioneer. Now, I think he's trying to keep calm, having to load 10 biomass burners constantly. Again, do note that the biomass burners are neatly plugged into the grid using the said ceiling plugs, but this particular seated emote suggests that we may have some more emotes, and I'm certainly down for that. And whilst we're on the subject of sitting, I'm sorry, but it is clear that the coffee cup won the poll over on Twitter, as there are at least 2 pioneers sat drinking from their coffee cups, or begging from the coffee cups, whichever way you look at it. No nuts to be seen in sight. I do also want to mention that I'm sure there is something to do with these biomass burners, but I can't see anything out of the ordinary here. So we're just going to move on. And looking back at the factory here, another thing that has caught my eye, which is what I believe is the Mark III power pole. It now has a little line coming off of it. And at first I thought this was a bug or part of a tree behind it. But if we reverse the video to here, you can see that the power pole also has this little line coming out of it. So I really at this point have no idea what to suggest it could be. But having asked the community, they've suggested that they could be lights or solar panels, but I'm not convinced as of yet. The next thing that I want to bring to all of your attention is the delay on the jump pads. Now, the first delay lasted 2 seconds, which is super important because the delay on the second one, if you time it yourselves, is 2.5 seconds. And then on the next half a dozen, which are all connected by the jump pads, there's no delay at all, which suggests that either we have control over that, or thanks to Chicken jumping in, giving his suggestion once again, that this might actually be a delay to compute and align the player, and not actually something that's configurable. Whereas any jump pads that are in this sequence just automatically boost you ahead without a delay. Either way, I think both options will be greatly appreciated in-game. And then to finish off, I have no idea what this is, so if you do have any suggestions, why not let us know in the comment section below? And we will have another teaser to break down next week, so do make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you want to catch up on all the information we were given about the fluid packager in the Coffee Stain Twitch stream last Tuesday, then you can check out our new After the Dev series, which kind of summarizes everything together. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and thank you to all our awesome Solar Eclipse Patreons, the Calamity, Tommy Ostgard and Bo Papa 1979, as well as our Lunar Eclipse Patreon, Matt Lippert, and our Blood Moon of the Day, Jimmy Rogers, as well as all our other incredible Patreons for their continued support and letting me do this. But anyway, guys, we're going to leave it there. So until next time, as always, ciao for now.